Hey, this video is fully improvised. It wasn't meant to exist, but a few things have been sitting on my chest for the past few days, and I felt like I needed to speak. As you lot already know, I said this in lots of videos. I don't really do this channel for views or numbers or whatever. I do this for me to practice my English, to keep myself busy with something creative to document whatever this is. And I guess as an independent artist from my city, from my country, and as someone who is quite introverted and finds it hard to open up, I've been going through a bit of creative block. I'm reading The Artist's Way at the moment, like I mentioned before, and I've been doing my morning pages, and what I realized is I'm more broken than I thought I was. What I used to call emotional stability, what I used to call creative stability, what I thought was balance, it wasn't balance. It was anesthesia. I wasn't stable, I was numb. And that's a bit mad to admit out loud. Some weeks I feel really connected, like I'm tapped into something bigger. And other weeks I feel completely detached from myself, from my art, from everything. So I think this video is kind of for my future self to remember how I feel right now. The anxiety, the confusion, the questions, and maybe to leave a bit of hope for her and for anyone who might find this years from now. Or maybe no one will ever see it, and that's okay. That's fine too. I'm not here for the algorithm. I'm here to share the experience. For years, my life hasn't exactly been easy. I have some really heavy moments growing up, and yet I was sad, but I was more connected back then. My channel was open. I could turn all that pain into lyrics, into something. Most of my old songs, even though I'm technically a singer, they were basically rap, pure emotion just spilling out. But I never felt like I belonged because I was expressing myself better in English, a language that isn't even my mother tongue. I'm Spanish, that's my native language, and yet all my lyrics were in English, which is ironic, isn't it? You think it'd be easier to create in your own language? Well, it's not. Not for me. I've always lived in a bit of a bubble. Didn't have loads of friends growing up. Didn't really enjoy going out. I'd get tired quickly. I was happiest on my own. Drawing, writing, creating. Art has always been my companion. It's the one thing that stays. But because of that, I always felt off, like the odd one out. I won't go into a specific, but when I started therapy in my early 20s by my choice when I could finally afford it, I got a diagnosis that basically put a name to something I felt my whole life. And instead of feeling broken by it, I felt seen. It gave shape to something that had always been blurry. So I tried to empower myself through that, to understand myself better. And now, with that, plus my trauma, plus my current identity shifts, plus the way my life is changing or wants to change, or the way the universe might allow it to change, I'm trying to transmute all of it into something creative. But if I'm honest, my morning pages have shown me that I'm more unstable than I thought. The block is deeper than I want to admit. And to you, whatever you're watching this, in a few weeks, months, years, I just want to say this. Even if the process is hard, even if chasing your dreams feels unrealistic, even embarrassing sometimes, even if the people around you don't really get it, even if you don't get it sometimes, even when I'm sat here saying I feel blocked, saying I can't create, saying I overthink, saying I don't feel capable, it's still worth it. Because choosing this path, the one that isn't handed to you, the one you have to build yourself from scratch, that's brave. No one's laying it out for me. No one's guaranteeing anything. I have to make it. I have to fight for it, for myself. And I read this line recently that really stuck with me. If you try and you win, you have won. If you try and you lose, you still won because you try. No matter the outcome, you move towards something you actually wanted, and not everyone can say that. A lot of people settle out of comfort, out of other people's expectations. A lot of people want things but never act on them. It doesn't matter what it is, it doesn't matter when, it doesn't matter how messy it looks. If you're willing to chase a life you genuinely dream about, you're already winning just by trying, just by choosing to be honest with yourself. So, Marta, if you're watching this a few years from now, I hope things work out. I really do. But even if they didn't in the way you imagine, remember this. We were brave. We chose ourselves. We tried. And that means we already won. Alright, I'm gonna leave it there. See you when I see you. Bye. Thank you so much.